Hello, my beautiful people. Welcome to the weekly general tarot reading with me, Raphael from Radiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose, and this resonates with you, hit that subscribe button. I would be eternally grateful for it. With that said, for those of you that are already continued subbies, you know I absolutely love you, and you know you have my heart. With that said, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity, and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise, and they help you on your path, or should I say us, on our paths to our highest vibrational good. So this week, for our for the message, it was a really interesting one, because what I could see was the symbol that I saw represents commitment for me, and that's what I saw, and I was like, right, okay, so we're looking at commitment at the moment. And then what I saw was this beautiful little doggy, like with his little wet nose, and he was sniffing around. And for me, dogs, man's best friend, always equal friends or loyalty in some respect, right? And so the message that came through was measure commitment through loyalty. So this week, whoever is, whatever it is that you're working on, whatever it is that you're working towards, when you know, if you have to collaborate, if you have to work with somebody, whether this is your personal relationships, you can see how committed somebody is to you by the loyalty that they show you, right? Whatever that message is, whoever it is for, whoever needed to hear that message is for you. Measure commitment this week by or through loyalty, okay? So this week, for our key to the week, our destiny card for the week, even, we have, I don't know what's going on out there today, the Devil card, right? So the structures, the foundations, the concrete things in our lives, these are the things that we're looking at. What is it that we have built? We're looking at everything that is concrete in our lives, and we're asking ourselves, are there cracks in this foundation? Is there something about this that needs to change? Is there something about this that is addictive, destructive, self-repeating, or self-fulfilling, right? Remember the Devil card, in its best attributes, the Devil card shows you where you can be obsessed about something, where you can be singular minded, singular focused, where you can go after something and, go for it wholeheartedly, where you can truly commit to something, right? In its not so conscious traits, this can be about obsession in the opposite sense. It can be about repeating patterns and cycles, addictive patterns and behaviors, where we go round in cycles and we do the same thing over and over again. The fact that this comes up as a direction card this week, I'm going to say this, and it might seem odd, but I'm going to say it. This is a week where you really you need to start to understand your own light and shadow. This is the week where you really need to start looking at the positive and negative aspects and traits within you, and ask yourself, where are these out of balance? Where are these out of whack? Where are these things that, where is there stuff within me that has run away with itself and needs to be brought back into check? And maybe what are the attributes within me that I'm not allowing to shine enough? Yeah, really interesting. Very, very interesting as a direction card. I do believe we're going to have a world prediction off the back of that as well. Thank you, Tarot. For the direction card, how do we best utilize that energy, or how can we work out what we're balancing through or in or within our light and shadow? And the direction card is the Temperance card, right? So through patience, through honesty, literally through temperance. What the word temperance means? Patience. It means to be temperate. To be temperate is to really give time and credence to understand something, right? So it's all well and good I'm saying, this week you should look at your light and shadow and learn how to balance them, right? What is the card of Temperance? It's about blending various different things. It's being clear and safe and honest about the knowledge of what the proportions are that needs to be in something. Now, the truth of the matter is, if you're always love and light and you're always turn the other cheek, you'll get walked on and you'll be a fucking doormat, right? Bottom line, period. You guys know me. I don't give you any of that sugar coated. I'll give you the real. Right? If you're constantly like that, you will get taken advantage of, and that will be the experience that you have. Whereas if you're 80% love and light and a little bit of fuck you, that means that when people are edging on your lines or your limits or trying to press your buttons or your boundaries, you've got something in you. You've got backbone enough. You've got that other sort of element enough to throw up that energy wall and say, no, hang on a sec, you're overstepping the mark. If you're completely the opposite way and you're always like, well, screw you, I'm all about me, this, that and the other, and you're only, but you have that little pinprick of light in you where you can say, wow, you know what, this person doesn't have food, or this person needs to be defended, or do you know what I mean? This is about finding that balance within yourself. What are the proportions that need to be added? What are the proportions that need to be taken away? This week, because this card is about spiritual alchemy, right? It's also about intention. It's also about alignment. And as a direction card, the alignment that you are seeking, what is it that you are making way for with the patterns that you are repeating? What is it that you are laying the foundations for every time you have a certain experience, right? This Temperance card as a direction card is asking you to get spiritual about it. Even if you're not necessarily overtly spiritual, even if you're, maybe not necessarily spiritually inclined, even if you're an atheist, right? You understand the fact that you're here watching a tarot reading means that you know that there's something out there. You might not be able to pinpoint it. You might not want to put a name on it. I don't. I just call it the all, because how can you put words to something so magnificent and all encompassing? It's just not possible. Hence the spirituality versus religion, but that's for a whole nother day. And that Temperance card is really asking you to get spiritual about it. Get clear on what it is that you are making space for. If you're in a bad relationship, or you're constantly attracting the same type of person to be in a relationship with, what is it about your energy that is inviting them to stay? What is it about your energy that is saying it is okay for you to treat me in this way, right? Sometimes it's not. Sometimes the toxicity that we attract is coming from a place of us that says, it's okay for you to bring me this toxicity. I will be there. I will soothe you. I will do what I can to fix and heal you, and then send you on your merry way after you leave a wake of destruction in my life. No, thank you. Right? Soapbox moment, sorry. But yeah, so even if you're not overtly or necessarily, you don't have to be massively spiritual, but get spiritual this week. Start to understand what it is that you are paving the way for, what your energetic signature is allowing to happen or to show up in your lifescape. For the insight card, we have the 10 of Cups, right? So there are great things on the horizon. I mean, even that Devil card, if I'm completely honest with you, I don't feel like it's some of the heavier stuff. I feel like this week the universe is almost kind of pointing something out to you to say, look, you know what? This is kind of what happens for you on a consistent basis. These are the elements that go into making that happen. Now, what are you going to do about it? Because once you've figured all of this stuff out, this is what you'll be left with, right? The 10 of Cups is an insight card as what's coming in for all of us. In some way, shape or form, this is better times, right? And in order to get to better times, sometimes you have to go through the hard times. That is the way that life works. It's the way that balance truly works. In order to get to the good, you've got to go through all of the stuff that comes before it. Now, as a world prediction, your Devil card represents the sign of Capricorn, so the bigger societal structures. Not completely different to the Hierophant, but certainly different in its expression. And then the Temperance card, so this week we could definitely be seeing something happening with the medical profession, because your Temperance card is also about healing. I very often see this for people in the medical profession, nurses, doctors, healers, all of that kind of stuff. So yes, we're in charge of our personal healing this week for sure, but on a wider world stage, I think we could see something happening with hospitals. I think we could see something happening with the medical profession in general. I feel like we're probably heading towards some sort of a schism when it comes to the wider world stage, when it comes to the health, because some people are on this side of the fence, others are on this side of the fence, and it's up to us at the bottom level to really start to think about, okay, well, what do I believe and buy into? And then with the 10 of Cups here, I think this week we're going to start to see, or certainly hear, messages from the medical community about how much more responsible we need to be for our own healing, how much we can actually do from home with diet, exercise, supplements, minerals, all the rest of it. I think that's definitely a part of it that we could see. I also see as well, there's something here that's happening with what feels like families. But I'm just not quite getting the finer point on it. Now, to couple all of this with the measure commitment through loyalty, well, ultimately, when you're going through any of this stuff, who are the people that are stood next to you saying, you know what, no matter what happens, I've got you? Who are the people that you offer that to? Because those are your people, and you are their people. The people that you give that to are your people, and the people that give that to you are your people. Do you know what I mean? Like it kind of works both ways. I think this week we're going to have some real big insights into who tribe is, what tribe looks like, what it really feels like. And ultimately, one of the beauty of your tribe, your real tribe, they don't always agree with you. They don't always tell you what you want to hear. They don't always sugarcoat it. Oh, yeah, it's fine. Don't worry. Your true tribe, they'll be the ones that disagree with you and say, no, you know what, you're wrong. I still love you. I still care about you. I'm still going to be there for you if this goes pear-shaped for you. But I'm sorry, I think you're making a mistake. Those are your true people. As far as I'm concerned, the people that can live in that balance, that can tell you, you know what, you're being a dick, but at the same time give you a hug and say, you know what, I still love you. Those are your people. Right? Those are the people that you want to seek out in life. The ones that will tell you when you're wrong, the ones that will tell you when you're right. That is tribe, as far as I'm concerned. I have very few of those people in my life, but I tell you what, I'm grateful for every single one of them. With that said, I will stop preaching, get off my high horse and shut my mouth. I love you guys so much. You know this. I am truly, truly, deeply humbled to have such a community here on YouTube, online. I've literally grown this channel from nothing, from zero, and to see what it is at this moment, to this date. Yes, I work hard, you guys know this about me, but it means so much to me, and I'm truly, truly grateful that you stick around, that you share, that you like, that you comment, that you show up to my live reads, that you share so many personal stories and validations of the readings that I do and that I give. I can't tell you what that means to me, so I hope this goes a long way, right? So I see each and every one of you as a part of my tribe, which is why I can get candid with you, why I can drop an F-bomb here and there, why I can be really honest. And one of the things that I am trying to do more from here on in, like I said that I would try to do more of this year, is to open up more about who I am, where I came from, what is happening with me, how that happened, how I ended up here. It's going to be a slow, steady journey, so please give me time. I can't just throw it all out there because I don't quite feel ready, but the universe is pushing, so I'm going to get moving because I know how that one works, and so do you. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic week. Take care, and I'll see you soon.